All right, time for episode 8. Episode 8. We're going to go ahead and get started now. I have been doing a little tweaking to try to get the recording settings just right. Now, of course, there are limitations. Like I said, my card is about 4 years old, so there are limitations. I purchased it back in 2018, but it wasn't brand new at the time. I purchased it, but it's a workhorse. It's been giving me, solid 1080p gaming. So I have no complaints about it. It's an RX 580 AMD GPU made by Gigabyte, and you know, hopefully over the next couple of months, I'll be able to upgrade to a NVIDIA 3080 Ti, which is what I'm going for. But there's just no way in hell I'm gonna give, you know, $2,000, $3,000 to a scalper. Just not gonna do it. So I'll let the crypto boys.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his geth.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we're getting closer in like the last arc of the game, pretty much. Probably break this up into two parts.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
How many ships are you sending to attack Ilos?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
Okay, so basically you would pick the dialogue option and then you get a reaction.
One ship going into the Terminus systems.
You detonated a nuclear device.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
How you holding up, Skipper?
If I hadn't heard Sovereign talk, I wouldn't believe it either. I should have predicted the Council's response.
You're an optimist, Shepard. I guess we'll have to consider this part of humanity's learning experience.
We'll think of something. I'm not giving up just on Udina's say-so.
Whatever you come up with, you can count me in. I know I'm not the easiest person in the world to get to know, so I'll do you a favor. Just this once. I want you to be happy. Whatever you need, I'll help. There. You made me say it. Boom goes my feminine mystique.
I've had a hell of a time figuring you out, but I think I have. I want you to be happy too.
You better.
The tension is so thick.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
Are you spying on us, Joker?
No, sir. Just knew you were on the ship and figured I'd pass the message on. The captain said to meet him at Flux, that club down in the wards.
Sounds important. You'd better go.
Alright. So, we'll take Garrus and Ash.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Sorry, Commander. The Normandy's locked down. Ambassador Udina gave the order.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Since we're grounded, let's go and shop. Consumer therapy.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stock for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Alright. Yeah, Scorpion 6. Ah, he just has 6s. Those 7s? That hurts. That hurts. Hurts so much. But yeah, just that fast. I'm like down to a little over 500,000. Alright, let's get the Flux, boys. I think we've actually been to Flux, so this is the first time.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
It's Commander, actually. What do you want?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
Don't try to sell me on this. Just tell me what you want.
I need you to buy a mental stimulant for me. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
What is this stimulant exactly?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
If you know the monthly limits, why did you go over them?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Solarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Why is this deal so important?
The Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in yourself.
No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
I don't see all the top negotiators soliciting help to go over the legal limit, Keeler.
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
No trade negotiation is worth ruining your life for. Let it go and get help.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
That sounds like an addict talking, Keeler. What does it take to convince you?
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
He needed that juice, man. He needed that juice super bad. Alright, so this is the nightclub. Little point corner. Got some upper levels. Pretty nice place, actually. There's not too many actual nightclubs that I know of IRL that's like larger than this. I've been to a few. I mean, who hasn't? Wherever there's drink, that's where I am.
I'd bring her back in a second, but she doesn't want to come. I'm waiting for someone else.
Alright, so you can play the slots if you want to.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
Alright. At 1 through 8. 4 through 7. 4 through 7. Oh. I'll take my extra credits. Easy slots, easy slots.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
I assume CSEC is protecting her?
They can't watch her all the time. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Glad you came, Shepard. I heard...
They pulled me off the mission. Just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
If If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
Stealing the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
You're gonna get yourself killed. There has to be another way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the Ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The Ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station?
I still have some things to take care of.
Come see me when you're ready to do this. I'll be right here waiting for you.
I can do this quick quest for Rita. I think it's literally stone's throw away.
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
I need to talk to you about your work with CSEC.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
This isn't the game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself. I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
Charming girl.
Alright, so we gotta go back.
You've got questions about Jenna. Meet me at CSEC Academy.
Are you talking to me?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
What the hell was all that about?
I guess we'd better go find out.
Alright, so we bumped into a CSEC agent. We go ahead and head to CSEC and look for Chelik. We actually have two quests here.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
What about the Keeper data?
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorban can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Detective Chelik, come into my office. I want to discuss this in private. No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were there to help her.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
Do you really need to risk her life to get the information you want?
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
It's nice to see you're still working all the angles, Chelik.
As part of the job. Now, are you gonna help me or not?
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel. Meet our man named Jax, pick up the mods, and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Why are you so concerned about these mods?
We have access to some of the most sophisticated weaponry there is. It's what gives us our edge. What do you suppose happens when we lose that edge?
These give criminals an advantage we can't afford to let them keep.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Alright, so now we're going to head to the lower markets, and we are posing as a buyer.
Oh, Commander.
Okay. Bro. C6 is investigating a woman named Helena Blake. There's no hard evidence against her, but if these reports are correct, she's a powerful criminal element on the Citadel. She was last seen near the Emporium on the Presidium. So, got a new quest, 2 new quests. So, we can probably take advantage of that. And you know, I'm glad that I decided to play the trilogy because like updates updates for the Mass Effect remaster edition is still coming in. So like there's people who've like beaten all 3 games by now and there's still more updates coming in. So it's interesting.
I've got an idea and I wanted to run it by you.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great! This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I haven't been shot in the head nearly enough times to make that seem like a good idea.
Joke if you want, but there were people who didn't believe in you, and you worked out, right? I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
This is what the Blitz felt like, Conrad. You like it?
What? No, please. Please don't hurt me. Why are you doing this?
Because you're not a soldier, Conrad. You can't handle this. Go home.
I thought you were a hero. Heroes don't do things like this. I wish I'd never met you.
So yeah, he's completely heartbroken. But you know, I just had to do it. You know, I had to do it. Like this shit's real. It's not a game. It's not romantic. I literally just lost Caden. You know what I mean? Like it's no.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
I didn't come here to look.
Show him the merchandise.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it. Come on, boys. We're done here.
All right. So if we had put him under arrest, he would have resisted, and we would have had to drop him right there. But you know, I'm just doing it by the book, doing it the CSEC way. Because basically you need to get evidence of intent. So the moment we completed the transaction, he was guilty. I mean, you can bust people in the act of selling too. So if CSEC were to like launch a raid right there, because he had possession of the weapon, but I don't know how Citadel law works, but you can get an additional charge if you let the transaction take place in the real world.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. I appreciate your help. It shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go.
Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Alright, so she's supposed to be out of the Emporium.
I'm telling you, this is not what Jake would want. Who are you? I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know
I
you're
remember
hurting,
these two.
Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Yeah, that's not.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Is this about keeping the baby safe, or is this about you losing your last link to your brother?
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
Alright, go fuck. Because there's definitely sexual tension there.
Got a moment, Spectre?
I think she is a mercenary, if I remember.
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
Good for you. I'm not interested.
I've got plenty to do already.
Of course you do. But this would be easy work for you, and I pay extremely well. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, basically, if I remember correctly, she actually does try to kill you.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
There's literally absolutely no reason I can think of as to why I need to meet her. Like, seriously. He's like, oh yeah, after you kill my associates, come meet with me. It's like, no? How about, no? I don't know you. I don't trust you. Literally just met you. Alright, we'll keep the sixes.
Commander,
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
Striker 9. How much hurt does that do? What? Only 218. That's nutty. Unity, yep. rounds. Garbage. I don't want any of this stuff. Just give me the upgrades.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so.
Frictionless materials. And that's a level 8 too. It's pretty lit. Shield interface 8, sledgehammer rounds 8. But that's like all of my money. I'd rather save that for something I really want. Like a new armor set. As my quartermaster. He's got the plug. Every time you go to port, he cycles his stock. So now let's head back to Flux. And let me just make sure I don't have any outstanding Citadel quests. Because technically this quest that I just unlocked, the Helena Blake quest, I can't complete. Because once you leave the Citadel, you don't come back until it's under attack. So it's like, you know. So yeah. So there's one more quest, but I'm not gonna worry about it. You went to sleep for a second, buddy.
Seems the owner didn't like the way you played their games.
Dorian didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Dorian. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor. Only as an experiment.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Cell phone is just like...
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
I think I'll take my chances the old-fashioned way.
Suit yourself. Well, I have some calculations to do. Goodbye.
So if you turn on the quest, you can always go back and resume it if you want.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seemed real happy to have her back.
You don't sound that happy about it.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
She is taking all of the
You
business.
ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Yep. Classic arbitration. Classic corpos. Overpromise, underdeliver. Then they end up having to pay you anyway because you sue them. I think CD Projekt Red is being sued right now. There's like 4 different lawsuits being combined into one. Pretty wild if you ask me. Like, I enjoyed Cyberpunk, but I totally get why people hate the game and hate CD Projekt Red.
Stand by, shore party. Decontaminate.
Anderson? What are you doing here? I didn't send...
Get us out of here, Joker. Now!
Alright, so now we're back in space, and we can do the Helena Blake quote. Yeah, actually we can do it, because we don't have to go back to the Citadel to meet with her. So we have to meet her at 3rd spot. So that may have made sense why this story was written by that, but that would have been big sus for me. So we can do some quick killing before we go to Ilos, because Ilos is going to start the end of the game. So let's see what we got. Am I not seeing it? Yeah, maybe it was too late for me. This is all, ah, that sucks. I had that quest open the entire time. So, instead of doing that mission, let's go to Earth. Home sweet home. For detailed information, please refer to the Standard Issue Alliance Galactic Codex. Earth orbit is riddled with debris generated by Bootstrap Space Development, Pepe La, NASA, Pepe La SpaceX, Pepe La Blue Origin, Pepe La the Russian Space Program, Pepe La China. Oh god, it's too funny. But yeah, it's 11.4 billion people on the planet by this point. And yeah, would be lovely to imagine a futuristic Earth with futuristic architecture and no idiotic people in charge. All the things humanity could accomplish. But this is not a political recording. This is a Mass Effect recording. Though Mass Effect is political, but still. But I do love that shot. I love how they keep Earth in the frame. Because, you know, you spend time traveling all over the galaxy, and then, boom, you're on the Earth. You know, you're on the moon. And there she is. There's Earth. Hey, it looks like the drones are already ready, activated, and ready to clap cheeks. Now, I will say that missions like this, you don't get really in Mass Effects 2 and 3. You know, Mass Effects 2 and 3 are more linear. Whereas this feels more like a, you know, actual RPG. So yeah, like, if you're someone who was in love with Mass Effect 1, probably didn't like the direction they went with Mass Effect 2. For me, I felt that it was the right decision for them to make. Just like the type of game that Mass Effect is, it benefited much more from the high speed, you know, the high intensity combat, and with all of the extra crewmates that they added, like, it would have been nuts, like having to do all the micromanaging and stuff. Would have been gross, absolutely gross. So, if you guys remember in earlier episodes, we pretty much got this mission from Admiral Hackett and asked us to take these cores offline. Now I remember this mission, Recon Soldier, like get wrecked myself. Because I didn't build any I didn't build any longevity. Like
All clear.
my entire build was like damage, and you know, as janky as the combat is in this game, like that was not a smart idea. But you know, it made sense to me at the time, and I did it, and I immediately regret it. And brother was clowning me the entire time because I got owned so many times in this part. Like, it was nuts the amount of times I got killed. But I ended up beating it. I just had to slow everything down, just use a bunch of med kits and shit. But yeah, learned my lesson. And that was actually when I did my soldier playthrough. That was my 3rd playthrough. So, you know, when I went with the soldier, I'm like, yeah, I can build more damage because, you know, the soldiers are already kind of tanky. But boy, was I wrong.
Perimeter clear. Targets down.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Alright. Gotta be ready for anything, because you know the rules with game logic. But yeah, like Mass Effects 2 and 3 are a lot more cinematic. So even when you're doing the missions and you're running and gunning with your squad, like the squad has their own weapons and their own preferences. So on one hand, you don't have to worry about any micromanaging whatsoever, because the squad is just always going to be optimal, and they reduced the number of skills too, and they reduced the leveling of the skills. So like you had to grind a lot more to get just one level, whereas in this game you're constantly getting skill points, and you know, you get like a batch of 4 per level, and there's all these skills you can focus on. So I will say that that is one thing that I missed. Even as someone who didn't care for the RPG components that much, like it wasn't a deal breaker for me. But even I can admit that that was actually a really strong part of the game. So I hope that with Mass Effect 4, because we got that teaser trailer of Liara. You got that teaser trailer for Liara's. That pretty much tells me everything I need. And we can pretty much expect, you know, there to be a 4th game. So what that tells me is, you know, BioWare has an opportunity to kind of take the game in whatever direction they want, and so I say bring it back. give us the different armors, give us customizable armors. But if nothing else, give us the skills. Like I want more skills per class. I want your teammates to actually matter. Because if there's one feeling that I got, there's one feeling I got playing the original Mass Effect 2 and 3 is like after the first level or the first mission. Yeah, after like the first mission, you felt like a powerhouse. Like you could do anything. And the first thing I would max out in all of my playthroughs was your class skill. Because in all reality, the class skill is your most important skill. And it's your most beneficial skill, and it's your most powerful skill. So focusing that is the most important. And that was pretty much my strat for like all 6 classes. And then Mass Effect 3 just continued it. So it really wasn't, you know, anything new with Mass Effect 3. But yeah, like there's neat things about 1 that you don't get with the newer games. Like the fact that any character can use any type of elemental ammunition provided that you bought the mod, you know, and it made merchants more relevant, and it made merchants more important. Turn this down a little bit. Oh jeez, no wonder. That's the last of them. I'm freaking 100. I've probably been blowing your guys' eardrums out this entire time, but yeah. But yeah, like that's my opinion. There was some really strong aspects of the game. Wow, I actually had that one. I choked. So yeah, I want to see more of that. I want to see, you know, more merchants and trade. But I will admit that, you know, grabbing new armors and changing them in the field isn't as immersive as like getting armor set and just rocking with it and upgrading it over time by buying from the little console that you get in the later games, which you'll see when I'm. But yeah, it felt kind of lazy, if anything. And maybe, you know, well, we had a good reason for doing it. That's just how it came across to me. And then if you wanted extra armor, you could buy it via DLC. So, you know, there was definitely the freaking microtransactions that everyone knows. Yeah, this is the part that smoked me. You had to deal with actual rocket drones. the neat thing about the remaster is you're supposedly able to access all of the armors, all the weapons, and everything up front. I also missed that skill. Infiltrator doesn't get that skill. In fact, missiles get pretty nerfed, actually. Burst of white noise, overall frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads up display interprets it in a series of ones and zeros. They repeat again, blinking all frequencies. The lights on the final VI cluster flicker and die. Specialization class will replace your base class and talents on squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses you gain featuring a specialization class. So I totally forgot about this, and I'm so glad, you know, my gut was like, do this mission, do this mission, do this mission, because you get your specialization. And I think in 2 and 3, you also get your specialization at the end of your class skill tree. So they kind of changed how it worked, which kind of sucked in this game because you had no idea specializations existed, unless you did the quest, right? So basically, you can choose between commando and operatives. So operatives are masters at manipulating your environment to maximum advantage, reduces recharge time on all tech attacks, improves overload and sabotage. And then commandos rely on lethal efficiency and precision strikes rather than brute force to eliminate your opponents, increases damage with all weapons, improves immunity, improves marksman, and improves assassination. We're gonna go with commando because that already fits our playstyle, and as you can see, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and max out commando, and start sinking points into assassination, which gives me a big boost the damage that I can do. Hyper rifle volley. Even though I'm pretty sure what my end of the game combo is going to be. Because at this point we're pretty much just going to be fighting Geth for the most part. So our winning combo is, well, my go-to winning combo is Garrison Rex. You know, dudes rock. But Liara is pretty strong too. Like I would run with different combinations, but I more consistently got better results with Garrus. Because again, like this game is so janky. Like you need tankier people. The more tanky people that's on your team, the better. Because if anything, your teammates will just serve as like damage sponges, so you don't get two-shotted. Which is again one of the things that I appreciate about the newer games, Mass Effects 2 and 3. The teammates, you know, because they were so irrelevant, you could pretty much just pick whichever pairing that you wanted. I mean, okay, I take that back. They weren't irrelevant. Like, you still needed them for chains and stuff, and there were optimal builds depending on which class you picked, but for the most part, it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that great. So, let's see what we got. There's Ilos. Let's see if there's any other. Oh, we can do it. Yeah. In the DIS system. On system of Gemini Sigma. So we gotta go to Gemini Sigma and then first. Gas giant. Of course, slavers would be here. Well, we're dealing with organics, so we'll bring Liara and Rex. Like, Ash is not useless because she can be really tanky, but she's not as tanky as Rex, and he has pretty powerful skills like Garrus does, but she doesn't have the tech advantage, so that's why Ash is pretty low tier. But you know, that's kind of like BioWare's rule, right? Like if you think back to Dragon Age, or you think back to you know, even Mass Effect Andromeda, whatever your first characters are, they're pretty, you know, garbage. Mass Effect 2, again, it didn't really matter. Like Miranda and Jacob were decent, but the characters that really kicked ass in the later games were like characters that had OP skills. So Liara still gets Singularity, which is her best skill, and is arguably the best skill in the game. Tali keeps her hacking, so she's super useful to have on your team. I think ED gets that as well. So like, you just have to know what build you're going with, and the damage teammates aren't as optimal from what I remember. Like, you don't want them, you want tactical teammates, because you can pretty much do damage all by yourself. And I still remember like my favorite handgun, because you want to optimize cooldowns. Well, no, that's Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 had the cooldown system, but yeah, you wanted to optimize it, so you just rock with Phalanx. Mass Effect 2, I used the Phalanx for ammunition count reasons. Like, it did moderate damage, it had a good rate of fire, and good, you know, good heat sink, good thermal clip. You could get like 12 shots off before you had to reload. So it's pretty dope. the Matic was just, not the Matic, the Carnifex was just a lot of fun. It was basically a Magnum, and it could only carry 6 shots, but the amount of work that gun could do was stupid. Like, Matic was goated. And it'd be OP if you could actually get more ammunition for it. The rifles are pretty weak though. It's funny how these guys managed to requisition Alliance heavy turrets. Cold as hell out here. Yeah, because they took exploration out of the newer games, you don't have the hazards. So I don't remember the hazards being present, which also sucks, but you did. That skill right there is why we are goated. Like it's effective against Geth too, but you just can't beat that. Rex is taking dumb damage. Why does she not have her helmet? Alright, it's more like it.
I'm on it!
Rhino's right. These guys had quite the operation going, but that's all going to change. One down, just one more. And he actually has the same armor I do. So this guy's a serious crime boss. He knows his kid. I think Fist had the Colossus. He had some really sick armor. He also really tanky too. Hell yeah, brother. Predator M8. Power talk. Or I can get a much needed upgrade. Yeah, I'm stacking Jazz Weed. Ooh, new biotic ants. Talk to me. So that's the codex. And you guys can read that on your own time. Alright, so these are the two guys that are going to benefit. They're both using the Casa fabrication amps, so it's like easily and above the best in the game. Like they're at level 4. What the hell? The cursor literally got stuck. I'm crazy. Whatever, man. Whatever. Alright. Phoenix 8. Yara. So you get a little more tech and biotic protection. But she is a biotic. It doesn't guarantee you like natural resistances, but still matters. Alright. Bug out. Hades Gamma. Get some water. Alright, back. So, that was a winning combo. Rex and Liara, just the takiness. Let's bring Ash out, you know, just for old time's sake. And it's not a diss on Ash, it's just like I'm half soldier. Like that's how infiltrators are built. So I have some of her skills, right?
Securing point.
Okay. Yeah, no wonder they made me work for that long. How much that payout was. We're right here by the base. Let's go ahead and hit it. Haha. So these guys actually had manned sentries, actual guards, whereas the other base just had 4 alliance turrets. So this one had a more AI-centric philosophy, and the other guy was like, nah, screw that noise. Yeah, you already have a scanner. I got rid of all of my mods, so that's why no one has anything, but I'm not complaining about it because I need to like rotate my stock out. I had a bunch of old stuff. I like how Rex and Ash are kind of matching. Alright, Ash, I want you sniper rifle. Alright, you can actually use a shotty now. Nice shot.
Shields!
That's both of them. No doubt Helena and Blink will be overjoyed to hear. Overjoyed to learn that these two scum are no longer a problem. Nice armor. But I can't loot it. Imagine your base being this dank. Like, it's literally half of the base is sitting in standing water, like cave water. Like, that would not be cool. Yeah, the neat thing is by the time you finish most of the quests, you're getting 10s. And we might still get 10s because we still have to play through the entire ILO sequence. Alright, yeah. Forward enough. They're starting to get 8 drops now. And that's another neat thing about the game. Like, the game kind of lets you know, just in terms of the item drops and progression, that you're getting close to 10. And so far, I've been for 18 hours and 5 minutes. So, it's definitely faster than the completionist, sure. Because back in the day when I would play with all the classes, and I had a lot more free time, didn't have a day job, you know, just went to school, I was able to, you know, do completionist run, try to do all the quests, and you can pretty much consistently get 10s. You're starting to unlock 10s. But if you do most of the quests, like you'll still get them. You just won't be maxed out. Alright, so let's pull up the journal. Alright, so we gotta go to Fortuna and the Horsehead Nebula. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty planet. Not biddable, but pretty. Just like the dusk-like look it has. Very dusky planet. And dusk is my favorite time of day. Just after the sun's gone down. And start to get those cotton candy skies. Of course, this has just such a thick atmosphere. Right now, dusk at all. At least it's not trying to freeze me to death. Nice. And we got 20,000 simoleons for that one. Alright, so now we go to the outpost and see what our final fate's gonna be. Of course, we're ready for anything. I'm also thinking too, like, because you could technically turn on her yourself, it makes sense that she would have you meet her at her base. So someone's getting, either both of us are getting jumped, or, you know. It's like she could have just sent me the payment remotely, you know.
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
She's got an expensive dress.
With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
And yet, you were right, my pleasure.
Those men deserve to die. Now, are we going to have a problem?
Not if I can help it, Commander. I hope you can see that I am by far a lesser evil than those men. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. There will be no drugs and no slave-taking for the Batarians. Those days are over.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do...
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents. Goodbye, Shepard.
So, we totally had the opportunity to go in there and kill her too, if we wanted to. But I didn't want to. Because some characters are recurring. I guess I could change my mind, that's why it's still on my map. Alright, so we wrap that up. Alright, medical base on Koi, any packet system. Hades Gamma. Alright, so we're dealing with enemy biotics, and so we're definitely going to biotics of our own. Okay. So someone lived here. Long time ago. Not a bad place to be. I also gotta get ready to do some recording of the Invictus event that's happening in Star Citizen right now. So gotta keep my camera button ready and cover that event. Alright, so we need to minimize civilian casualties. Sounds easy enough. Take down a terrorist, but also remember to check your targets. Civilians are so out by the drug, they'll wander into the middle of fire. Okay, so we want to go with precision weapons only. And shredders, like stabilizer. And Rex has got this little shooter with no mods. Wait. It has room for attachments because you can't carry 2 ammo.
They're all crawling through my fingers. I can feel their wings.
Alright, so she's waiting for us, so we're gonna wait for him to come back. And then we're gonna light her ass up.
Enemy, Sonny.
I will destroy you.
Ow. Ow.
I'm on it.
We are the evolution. You cannot stop the future.
And if I shoot the future in the face. Her neck
Clear.
literally was completely destroyed. And she folded. Oh man. But yeah, it wasn't a perfect mission, but given the situation, like, you didn't exactly have much choice, much of an option. But we cleaned it up. So I will save the Cerberus mission for the Mass Effect 1 playthrough in the remastered edition. Right now, we just won't worry about it. It's time to go to Ilos, but that's next episode because it is almost 4 a.m. where I am and I have work in the morning. Imagine that. Imagine that. Well, once again, not getting enough sleep. I was looking at a study that had shown people who got less than 6 hours of sleep a night over the age of 50 were like 60 times more likely, or 60%, not 60 times, 60% more likely to develop dementia. So I know I've got 2 more decades before I can, or 2 more decades before I have to start taking my sleep seriously, but by that point it's entirely possible that my body will have adapted to just not getting enough sleep, because I rarely ever get 8 hours of sleep, and I certainly don't get it in one sitting. You know, wake up, I toss and turn a lot, in and out of sleep. So pretty much run on caffeine. That's why it's my Twitter handle. Give me caffeine, because that's how I live my life. I live my life one bottle of drink at a time. Alright.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Good work, Commander. You took down the biotics with minimal collateral damage.
I killed innocent people today, Admiral. The biotics set it up, but I pulled the trigger.
The biotics had every advantage, including human shields. You lost a handful of civilians. Any other unit I sent in would have lost dozens of innocent lives. You saved a lot of lives today, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
I love Hackett. No matter what happens, he's like, don't worry about it, I got you. Same thing with Captain Anderson. Like, Anderson and Hackett are just awesome. Awesome characters. But yeah, there's Ilos over there in the Pangea Expanse. And we're going to be doing that next episode. So, you guys already know what the deal is. I could have swore I just saved my game, but I'm obsessive compulsive about game saving. And that's a wrap, boys. I am done. I'm going to bed. Take care, and I will catch you next episode. Peace.